there's challenges. There's there's egos that are in there. There's a checkered past. We all have a checkered past. We all have egos. Every one of us, right? And it got most of us where we are. In fact, I'll tell a little story. You can decide if you want to put this in or not, but it's freaking cool, right? Back to the visualization thing of being whatever you want to.
When you empty out all of the prisons in all these other countries and you say that your border is open, so now people are coming over the border freely, and little kids coming over with like addresses on their wrists, getting sent by our American government to places across the country. Little children. What's happening to these children?
Well, here's what's sad. So I'm in Latin America right now. My wife is actually meeting with some senators today. We have, since the movie came out, we've have open opportunities to be able to speak with governments and political leaders all around the world to help them change laws, to change policies, to help keep the kids safe. In every city in Latin America, every day, every major city has children who are disappearing from parents that don't have the resources to be able to go after those kids and see what's going on. It's been a massive uptick over the last couple of years, massive uptick, completely gone disappearing. Why? Because the amount of Americans that can come here to engage in sex with children versus the Americans that are already in America, it's a lot more lucrative to send those kids there than to figure out how to get the Americans down here. So what's happening is these children are being transported. And I've seen this, I saw this so much in undercover work. These children are being controlled through fear and manipulation. They're being told, listen, I know where your sister lives. You don't want something very bad to happen to her, do you? I know where your mother lives. You don't want her to be gone, do you? You're going to do exactly what we say. And what we say is, you're going to show up at this border. You're going to have, now this doesn't happen with all of them, but a huge percentage. You really think these unaccompanied minors don't have parents? Do you really think that? Now, yes, there are some poor families that are sending their kids up and whatnot, but a lot of them are coming up for reasons that are not in alignment with the best interest of that child. And these kids are coming up, they have an address, they have a phone number, and many of them are not vetted properly. They're using your taxpayer dollars to transport these children all around the country to their new traffickers. Now, some of them are healthy families, but what's happening? There's a massive percentage of these children that after they arrive at this family, boom, run away. Excuse me. Excuse me. So massive number of these children that as soon as they arrive at these healthy, vetted families, within a week or two, boom, they're gone. They run away. Do you really think these children weren't happy in this family? Or were they told, here's what you do. The second that you're with this family, you figure out a way to leave. Once you leave, then you call this phone number and somebody will come and get you and take you to the place you're really supposed to be, right? This is happening all over. The border issue should have never been a political issue. This is a human trafficking issue. This is a child trafficking issue. And in addition to the children, if you want to really look at what true refugees look like, look in history. Look at pictures of real refugees coming from different countries. You've got a mom, you've got a dad, and you've got some kids. You don't have kids by themselves, and you don't have military-aged males coming in by the droves from our enemy countries. I'll tell you this, I believe wholeheartedly that the reason behind those hundreds and hundreds of thousands of military-aged males coming across the border from our enemy countries, I believe it's an invasion. I truly believe that. And we need to be vigilant about what's happening over the next few months or few years.
Yeah, there's no question. And our, enemy countries, they're buying massive amounts of land, even around our military installations. So yeah. I don't know how, dumb people could actually be to not recognize that. and not to say, wait a minute, something's happening. Not, I mean, number one, I mean, where I get a little bit heated and a little bit fired up about is the fact that, you know, when we vote these people in office, right? If we, like, for example, if we vote for a president that says it's okay that we have open borders, right? You're saying that I believe in his policies. I believe that we should have an open border because you're voting for this guy and you know that that's his belief. So where does the accountability happen as a voter to say, well, wait a minute, if you're a voter that believes in open borders, you're literally saying that it's okay to traffic humans. You're saying it's okay to allow these things to happen because any sane, rational human being would simply say, well, wait a minute. Of course we want to close the borders. Of course we don't want an invasion. We're the United States of America. I love my country because there's nobody that's voting that's saying I hate my country. They love their country, but they're voting for people that are allowing this stuff to happen. And so we have I don't know. I mean, and I have an idea of what direction you're voting, but I mean, I'm clearly a Trump supporter because he wants the border closed. Now, he might not be a perfect person. He might say the wrong things. He might, have had a checkered past, whatever. But at this present moment, the guy wants the borders closed and he wants to protect us from our adversarial countries. And so that's what I get fired up about.
Well, there has never been a president in history that has done more good to fight child trafficking than Donald Trump. Not one. And so, there's challenges. There's there's egos that are in there. There's a checkered past. We all have a checkered past. We all have egos. Every one of us, right? And it got most of us where we are. In fact, I'll tell a little story. You can decide if you want to put this in or not, but it's freaking cool, right? Back to the visualization thing of being whatever you want to. Back in 2016, when election night, it was a couple days before election night, before Trump came in, and I got a call from the same attorney general that called and introduced me to the Homeland Security agent. And he goes, "What's up, Hutch?" I says, "What's up?" He said, "Hey, somebody's got like tickets, VIP tickets to the Trump rally in New York." He said, "We're probably not going to win, but it'd be super cool to go." I'm like, "Oh, that'd be awesome." So boom, we fly in. And now this is my story about how I didn't even have a ticket and ended up with the Trump family that night, right? All through this, right? So we show up and they didn't have 2 VIP tickets. They only had 1, and it wasn't even VIP, right? It was just a regular entrance. And so he's like, "Crap, what do we do?" I said, "Bro, just tell him I'm your security." I says, we operate like that a lot. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's great." He goes, "All right, hey, we walk up to the gate." He goes, "Hey, this is Agent Hutchinson. He's helping me with security." I says, "Oh great." So they let me in with him. I didn't even have a freaking ticket, right? We walk up, and then there's this area that is like none shall pass, right? There's this special room for the VIP. And he's like, "Hey, I'm the attorney general." And they say, "I don't care if you're the last president. If you don't have this gold VIP ticket, you can't get in here." And so we turn around and he's like, I said, "Sean, by the end of the night, we will be in that room right up at the front." And his exact words were, "I know, Hutch, that's why I brought you." Right? Okay. So we go and I've developed a system when I'm doing the undercover work, everything, where I've learned how to identify exactly what I want and then just learn how to listen. In fact, I have a book that'll be coming out next year called "Are You Listening?" with my hand on my heart, not here, but here. And so what I did is I visualized us being in there, felt gratitude for it before it even happened, type of a thing. We separated, we were talking to some people, and all of a sudden, boom, I feel this feeling. I'm like, and I turn around, there's this older couple that's walking in. And we're out just talking to the regular people, nowhere near the VIP area yet. And they looked like they were kind of lost. So I walk over and I said, "Hey, you look lost. Are you said, can I help you with something? And they said, yeah, we have these special VIP tickets and we don't know where it is. Now, with no thoughts, oh, I'm going to use your tickets, whatever. I said, you know what? I know exactly where that area is. I'll take you there. And the lady was a little bit older, so I took her by the arm and we started walking. And she starts talking. She says, well, they're supposed to have some special seating for us. And I said, well, this room that I'm taking you, it was like standing room only. There's maybe just a few chairs at the front. I might take you to the wrong place. And she goes, well, I'm Elizabeth. I'm Donald Trump's older sister. I said, oh, you are? I said, you know what? Let me just, why don't you sit down right here on these couches? I will go find out exactly where you're supposed to be. She goes, oh, thank you, Paul. And so I go up and the none shall pass, guys. I said, Elizabeth is here, Donald Trump's older sister. There's supposed to be some seating somewhere for her. So there's supposed to be some seating somewhere for her. And he said, oh, I don't know. So he radios his boss and they come, they say, who are you? I said, well, I'm Paul Hutchinson and Elizabeth's downstairs. He goes, well, they radio the boss, literally the head of security for the whole thing. And this guy comes, and now by then they're calling me, everybody's calling me sir, right? And he said, this lady said to him, she said, this is Paul Hutchinson. He's here with Elizabeth as part of the Trump family. Now, I didn't correct her. I just said, yeah, Elizabeth is downstairs and I just need to know where to sit. She goes, well, there's those seats up in front. It's supposed to be specifically for the Trumps, but there's random people there now. So I took a whole new level of posture. I said, listen, I need you to go up and clear out all of those seats. Okay, put a rope around it, whatever you need, so nobody's in there. I will be back with Elizabeth in about 5 minutes. Okay, yes, sir, right? So I go, I'm calling Reyes. I'm like, hey, G, what's up? I said, you gotta meet me right down here. I said, he's okay. He comes and meets me, and I said, Elizabeth, and to her and her husband, I said, this is my friend Sean. He's the attorney general. And she goes, oh, Sean, Paul's been such a good friend for us. And Sean's like, yeah, Paul's that way. And so I took her by the arm. He took the husband, and we walked him up to the VIP area. Now the guards are literally clearing people out of the way, making room for us to go up to this special VIP area. They open up the rope. They set us in there with them. And I'm like, oh, crap, we're not supposed to be here, right? I said, Elizabeth, can I go get you a drink or something? She goes, yeah, go get me a gin and tonic. So I go get her a drink. I come back. By then, Robert Trump is there, Donald Trump's older brother. And Elizabeth said, Robert, this is my friend, Paul Hutchinson, and his friend, Sean, and I would like them to sit with our family. And Robert says, boys, welcome to the Trump family. And so we're sitting in this VIP area while the whole screen turns red that night. We win the elections. We get introduced to Donald by his own family. So anyway, and then 4 o'clock in the morning, we had won the election. Robert Trump's wife said, hey, Paul, do you know we're kind of hungry. You know anything that's open? I'm on my Yelp. I'm like, oh, there's Ray's Pizza's open. I said, I'll buy. She's like, Paul's buying, right? So literally they put me and Sean and the Trump family in this, we've got this entourage team, and they shut down the pizza place. And we literally, Donald wasn't there at this because he's in the Secret Service, but we're having pizza with them right after we won the election. So
cool, man.
If you like this video and you want to watch another one, click right here. If you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.